Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? I'm just doing a quick overview of something called System Maintenance User. It is a really cool security feature that Kicksecure has added. I made a Cubes OS template of Kicksecure. I'm going to test this in the next couple of weeks to see how good it is and how efficient it is. Now, obviously, this is for testers. Make sure you don't use this if you have a high threat model and you don't like testing software. Essentially, in a very simplified overview of this is going to be starting from 17.3.0.5. Kicksecure comes with a security feature called called user sys maintenance split, enabled by default in XFCE and above. This feature pretty much creates two separate user accounts. One as like a daily user where you're going to like go on the web browser, write documents, as it like states above, and then a few other like just stuff that doesn't require sudo or administrative privileges. Then it makes a second profile called sysmaint. It's pretty much short for system maintenance, used for tasks that require administrative rights, such as installing or updating software, etc., etc. This is section and pretty much is going to improve security. For example, if malware compromises your web browser in the user session, it won't have permissions to make critical system changes or install malicious software / rootkits inside that system. You can only use the system maintenance account when you want to change system behavior, such as adding new programs, applying updates, or performing administrative tasks. Now, on the user, obviously, that is going to be the opposite. You can switch to something called unrestricted admin mode if you want to, if it becomes a little too tedious on how this works. Pretty much a real world example is going to be you boot into the system maintenance account, perform the installation. Once you're done, reboot back into your regular desktop account and move on. Now, I could see this as like if you're on a device where you have to install and update software a lot and you need to make sure that it's critical that nothing malicious can compromise the work that is sitting beside it. Obviously, you don't want to have to always do separate VMs and blah, blah, blah. But I think this is a really good way to compromise where you're working inside Kicksecure and you are allowed to separate these tasks. This would be paired very well with Danger Zone too. Danger Zone is a really cool application that I've been testing inside Cubes OS as well. This is out of scope for that. Maybe I'll do a whole separate video on that at some point. Getting stuff recorded inside of Cubes about Cubes and around Cubes is a little difficult, but it's similar to Split GPG. Essentially, Split GPG is a way to split your GPG keys for encrypting and decrypting sensitive files, emails, etc. You're essentially taking it and splitting it and giving it limited access for a set period of time. So when you decrypt and encrypt stuff, it does it and then it separates them through between two different virtual machines. One working PGP, GPG or whatever, and then you have one your email. So you want to keep these separate. You encrypt whatever it is, and then you separate the VMs, and it does it all through like a secure tunnel, essentially, where only these two things have access to each other. And obviously, you can just go over it yourself. It pretty much has advanced use sub keys, and you can use prime keys, the configuration, and the advantages and disadvantages of it. It's a very cool tool. The more that you compartmentalize stuff, the more secure it can add to you, as long as it's done properly. Just like OPSEC is only as strong as your ability to separate certain identifiable information from the person that you create, etc., etc. Final note is grapheneOS just had a release, an update. It's pretty much right here. It's not a major update, but it is 202.505.0500. It's an early May security update release based on the May 2025 security patch backports. Since the monthly Android open source project and stock Pixel OS release schedule this month hasn't been published yet. It's kind of like a minor update. It is some kernel patching, some workarounds for the display port, something with the auditor added default enabled data saver exemption, and then extended the security state manager service to support the official auditor release. Just some, PDF viewer update, Vadium update as well. So definitely look at this, update it. I would say do the best, you can with keeping the updates and wait for the better, cooler releases that are going to be coming out later this year. Well, that's it, guys. That was just a quick overview of pretty much Kicksecure. If you want to go check it out, just go on their forums, import it into qubes.os, and then check out system maintenance user. Very cool concept, and I'll see you guys in the next video.